Hello again, everybody. Welcome to Skyscraper Games, and this is Quick Start Lesson 6. I'm on skyscrapergames.com in the editor, and I've loaded my Skyscraper Games Quick Start 5 file. So if you haven't done lessons 1 through 5, either go back and do them or load this same file. So we're starting from the same place. Now, last time I added some logic to the program so that when I run it, there's a red computer dot that starts chasing my blue player dot. You can see it quickly catches it and then just follows it around, which is fine. Alright, so this time I want to actually make it a little slower. Before I do that, I want to add in a couple comments here just so that I remember what I'm doing here when I come back to this later. So I'm going to add if the computer is to the left of the player, move right. Or if the computer is to the right of the player, move left. Alright, and the same thing down here. If the computer is below the player, or actually is above the player, move down. If the computer is below the player, move up. Alright, so there's a couple ways I can slow it down. What I'm going to do is actually make an engine variable called turn, and that one equals 0. So this will just say which turn I'm on, and I'm also going to make one, now that I'm thinking about it, I'm going to make one called speed. And to start out with the speed, I'm going to make it equal to 10. Alright, and so turn is really, what I'm going to use turn for is just every time we do an update, I'm going to do turn, self.turn plus equals 1. Okay, make a comment here, add 1 to turn. Alright, now I added that variable for speed because I can use that to basically slow down the computer. So if self.turn, I want to use the percent sign, and that just means the remainder when you divide it by the next number. So if self.turn divided by self.speed, if that equals 0, so I need the double equal sign because I'm not assigning it a value, I'm asking is it equal to 0, which means it's a multiple of 10. So it's either 10, 20, 30, 40, or so on. Then I want to do this code. So I just need to comment in or tab over these two big blocks of code. Alright, and I'll put a note here to myself so I know what I'm doing. Divide the turn by the speed. If there's no remainder, then move the computer pixel. Alright. Let me try running this and see what happens. Alright, you can see it's starting to move, starting to chase me. Now it's obviously much slower. Alright, so that works a little better. Now the problem now is I've made it a little easier for the player, but I've made it too easy because they're never, you can basically, you can tell that the computer is never going to catch me unless I just stop moving. So if I stop, it'll catch me. Finally. But then I can keep moving, first of all, so that's a problem. But also, before it wasn't fun because it was too quick. Now it's not going to be fun because it's too slow. So in the Quick Start Lesson 7, we'll add some more logic to make it speed up over time. So you can start that lesson whenever you're ready.